I am absolutely obsessed with Dior.
I don't even know if somebody her age needs that rich of a moisturizer, but I can see it feeling like a luxury experience.
Totally, yeah.
And it is, because it's $430 for that. So I would love it too if it was being sent to me.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back. You can see I've got my friend and makeup artist, NIKKI LaRose. I was gonna say makeup by NIKKI LaRose. It's so hard not to refer to people as their Instagram handles.
No.
She is a celebrity makeup artist, a working makeup artist, which is a really important distinction, I should say, right?
I think so.
And the reason why I have her here with me is because we're going to take a look at Lexi Underwood. She is a young actress. It's actually Lexi Underwood's guide to girls' night out makeup on Vogue. There's going to be some skincare, and then there's going to be some makeup. And apparently there are going to be some moments, is what I've been told about the skincare routine. Because I was like, well, she's 19. She's probably got beautiful skin. What could I possibly say? And I was told, just watch.
Oh boy.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, it's Lexi Underwood, and this is my everyday skincare routine and my girls' night out makeup look. I use the Advanced Snail Mucin Gel Cleanser. TikTok has definitely put me on when it comes to this. I use the Daily Microfoliant.
You know what's funny about a Snail Mucin cleanser and just Snail Mucin in general is that I feel like they've really done a great job at marketing it.
Seriously.
Like such a good job, because it sounds kind of gross to people. Like it continues to sound that way, right? Like it never gets old. It's like once you've captured one group of people with your Snail Mucin, there's still a whole new group of people. There's a whole new generation to capture, and they're just creating more and more products. I get hit with these TikTok ads too, not for the cleanser. I didn't even know they had a cleanser, but just for Snail Mucin products from CosRx. And I feel like they're always showing how sticky it is. And you know what? I don't actually think it's the Snail Mucin that's sticky like that. I think it's just that there's a lot of glycerin in these. So it's
That's
a very
making it,
hydrating,
tacky.
sticky product. And then they're like, this is what Snail Mucin looks like, and it catches your attention. But I actually think it might be the glycerin and all the other humectants that it has in there. Snail Mucin is great. It is hydrating for the skin. It supposedly has some brightening properties to it and everything. But at the end of the day, it's a humectant, right? It's hydrating your skin. I'm sure it's great in a cleanser. I love hydrators, but it's just hilarious to hear she's like, TikTok sold me on this one. It's like, I can imagine how TikTok sold this. And they just made it look how gross, it's Snail Mucin. And it's like, everybody gets grossed out by it.
Daily Microfoliant. I've been using it honestly for the past 6 years, since I really got into the groove of an actual skincare routine. It's like a powder type of vibe, see?
You haven't used this? Oh, I love it. I love the Microfoliant.
I might want to try that.
Well, you saw she's using the travel size. They have the travel size. If you go into Ulta, I actually just bought a new iteration of it that's their oat. It's supposed to be more soothing. You add a little bit of water. It gets a little bit more pasty. It gives you a little bit of a physical exfoliation. This has, I want to say this has salicylic acid in it and stuff. It's been a long time since I've looked at the ingredient list, but it's a great cleanser.
It looked interesting.
This. Yeah, I think it's a really great cleanser.
Fat Water Toner by Fenty. I've always been taught from a young age.
And the Fat Water, when I reviewed the Fenty skin products when they first launched, I thought Fat Water was probably my favorite product from the whole line. There's nothing wrong with putting it on with the cotton pad, but it is more of an essence. It's supposed to, it's supposed to be
I love that stuff personally.
Yeah, it's really
I'm a big
nice.
fan of that stuff.
Fat Water?
I have it in my kit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've gone through probably 4 bottles of it. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm a big fan.
It's beautiful.
Both versions.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
The importance of making sure that you take care of your skin. Even sometimes when I don't feel like washing my face after a long night out or, a long night on set, I always remember the importance of doing it. I am absolutely obsessed with Dior.
I don't know what anyone was saying, and this is looking like it's fine. She's onto her moisturizer.
Yeah.
Dior Prestige. Advanced Serum.
Okay, I see what's happening.
Okay.
All right, so she went in with her moisturizer. It's a very luxurious, rich moisturizer. I don't even know if somebody her age needs that rich of a moisturizer, but I can see it feeling like a luxury experience.
Totally, yeah.
And it is, because it's $430 for that. So I would love it too if it was being sent to me.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't necessarily think that a moisturizer needs to be that much money, but if it makes you feel bougie and you like it, by all means. She is going in with a serum now from Dior afterwards, so. And we know you should put on your watery, lighter products before you put on your heavier products, right? So just not getting the most benefit out of the serum.
I love a good serum. Supergoop sunscreen.
The serum is a little over $300. Oh, this is when you want to be really careful with your application, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get the full benefits of your serum, you definitely apply it before your moisturizer, just so it really penetrates your skin.
Right.
I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to put serum on top of your moisturizer, go for it. You're probably still going to get some benefits from it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend $300 and something on a serum and then $400 on your moisturizer, proper application is probably
Probably a good
important.
idea. Yeah.
I don't know.
Shout out to my Nana, because she was on tour with me when I did Lion King. She was the first person that like really helped me get into my skincare regimen and making sure that I was consistently like keeping up with it and that I was using all of the right products.
Nana did a great job of telling her to use some sunscreen too then. I don't know if she put on the right amount of sunscreen, because you've used the Glowscreen.
Again, it's in my kit.
I love Glowscreen.
Me too.
But when you use the proper amount of it,
It's so glowing.
you're so metallic
Yes.
looking. Like, you look like Tin Man,
Yes.
right? And she looks pretty beautiful and natural and just a little glowy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna like say maybe she didn't use enough of it, but it's a start.
Yeah.
She is definitely using some sunscreen, and we're only making some assumptions because we didn't see how much she put on.
Totally. They might have cut some out. Who knows?
Totally.
My next step is a face roller. I'm gonna put a little bit more serum on just to make sure that it like properly glides.
Oh.
Conceptually, she's got good concepts, but they're
does.
like compartmentalized concepts. She's putting on her sunscreen. She is using a beautiful serum. She's double cleansing. She's using a sunscreen, maybe not the right amount, but she's like, everything's kind of like hopping around. She's using a face roller. She's putting on a serum so it glides. I really love that she's saying that she wants to use more serum so it glides, but it's on top of the sunscreen.
Yeah.
And we already suspect that she maybe didn't use enough sunscreen. So then the
Yeah.
sunscreen becomes obsolete.
Whenever I'm doing my skincare or I'm doing my makeup routine, I make sure that I am saying my affirmation. I start my day by looking myself in the mirror and saying, I love you. My mom used to hold me up to the mirror like before I could even talk and would say, I love you. And she's instilled that in me for so long. So let's do it together, because I haven't said I love you in the mirror today. I look in the mirror. I love you.
I really do like her. She's so sweet. That is the sweetest thing ever. You know, she's got that glowy still. She didn't necessarily say she uses the sunscreen for protection, and this is girls' night out makeup.
So maybe it's more like she's using it like a primer.
Yeah.
Like a glowy primer.
Maybe. I mean, she still does have a glow from it.
Yeah.
I guess for everyone to know, if you're going to wear your sunscreen for actual protection of your skin, it is the last step in your skincare routine. And you definitely don't want to put another serum on it. It's going to break it down. And then when you face roll it, it's definitely going to break it down.
Yeah.
The best way to really think about your sunscreen is that it's creating a shield. I always put on my sunscreen as the last step in my skincare routine. And before I go in with even my makeup, I let it dry down and form as much of a shield as possible.
Being an actor, it's so easy to kind of like be hard on yourself, but I try not to be. I naturally have kind of like dark under eye circles, so I make it a point to put eye masks on every day.
Again, like conceptually, like she's understanding like why you use these different products. They're just in the wrong order. These eye masks are a little bit different because I would put this on probably before my sunscreen for sure. You can technically put these on after your moisturizer. Again, you're not gonna get as much benefit from the serum as you would. You're gonna still get that cooling effect, and that's still nice. So it's really what you're trying to achieve, I guess, is what you need to be thinking about when you're using the products in the order that you want to use them in. I'm curious if she's gonna take them off and put on anything else on top.
Yeah, or she's
Like,
gonna use them
lock
as
it
like a guide for her eyeshadow.
Ooh, I don't know.
Maybe?
It's not
I don't
close
know.
enough to her eye.
The Laneige lip mask. It is time to get into the makeup look. I'm gonna throw on my headband to make sure that I don't get any makeup on my edges. I love NueDerma, their brow seal. When I was 13, I believe, I tried to do my own brows and it went very left, very fast. I think I shaved off like a good chunk, and they were really thin as well. And it's quite funny because especially with cool summer, you know, Y2K, all of the eyebrow looks, they were kind of like thin eyebrows. And so when they asked me to tweeze my eyebrows, I was like, absolutely not.
Good for
We're
her.
going to get into the eyeshadow look.
Oh, okay. It looks like she is actually going to use them as a guide.
Yeah.
So that's interesting for sure.
A little protection for shadow fallout, maybe.
I do love her brows, and I'm glad that she
They're
refused to
amazing.
tweeze. But it does not represent the Y2K era.
First, I'm going to prime my eyes with my concealer. This bad guy on the Pat McGrath.
That concealer looked really
That
nice.
looked amazing.
It blended
a great way to
beautifully.
prime your eyes. I love that.
Moonshine palette. A nice little base because I'm gonna go for a red kind of smoky eye vibe for tonight. So I wanna add the brown tones in first. I'm gonna go in with this red right here.
This is my favorite thing about watching people do makeup. She went from like, I'm doing my skincare routine. She almost seemed like really young and like sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
And then now she's like, I'm pulling out my eyeshadow look and I can just feel this like,
Yeah, like her
new
energy
woman
changing.
emerging from this. She's like, I'm going for this look. You know,
when she
like
busts out that bright red too.
she's like, yeah. And I love watching people do that.
Yeah,
with their
it's
makeup.
fun. It's super
like
fun.
you just see that transformation.
Topicals eye cream.
Ooh, she is topping it with an actual moisturizer, an eye cream. I like it.
I use Luminous Silk by Armani. I absolutely love how this feels on my skin. Like when I was 13, that's like really when I discovered like the importance of finding a shade that matches for you. And for a good, top of my career, honestly, I was kind of doing my own makeup on set because nobody could like really just get it right when it came to my shade.
Wow.
I know.
And so for my next step,
Isn't that a shame that people couldn't get the shade right?
I have
Isn't
to
that
actually
sad?
close my mouth manually because it's shocking to hear that. Yeah,
It's
that's just
sad.
crazy.
It's sad.
Yeah.
NIKKI does amazing makeup on every skin tone. I will
You
throw
just,
that out there.
if you're a makeup artist, you can't call yourself a makeup artist unless you can do everyone.
Yep.
Everyone.
I dealt with this.
Yeah.
Even with fairer skin, it's just that I have that mixed undertone.
Totally.
People don't know what to do with it.
They don't know how to color match you.
And it's crazy to still hear that this is happening.
And listen, color matching is a gift. And if you don't have it, you shouldn't be a makeup artist. That's just the bottom line.
Yep.
So if you can't do it, if you don't know color theory, you don't know how to like color match, maybe go to hair.
Yeah.
I do the Fenty Beauty Contour Stick. We love Rihanna. She's incredible. Of course, like she made one of the first inclusive skincare and makeup brands, and everything that she does is just so inspiring. When it comes to like, I feel like idols or people that I look up to, she's definitely one of them. I opened my own production company up when I was 15. I was inspired by Regina King and Megan Good because I had just worked with them that same year. Both of those women have their own production companies and they're directing and producing as well as acting. And so being able to see them in their element and talk to them and have them kind of as mentors guiding me through the process and understanding the importance of making sure that us as women, specifically and women of color, are also making and calling shots behind the scenes to ensure that, we are moving forward in the right direction when it comes to inclusive storytelling.
I like her.
I'm just more and more impressed.
I'm into
Wow.
this girl. Jeez.
The matchstick was amazing. I love that formula. I use it all the time.
You do. You do
I
love that
love
formula.
it.
She overblended a little bit at the top, right? She
A
pulled a
little bit,
Susan,
yeah.
where I like it just like
pulled a Susan.
heavy-handed
She
with the
kind of
blending.
blended it right off her forehead a little bit, but if she's going for like a natural skin look, then that's totally fine. If she's not going for like full on contour, then it's all good.
Do a double concealer vibe. I'm first gonna go in with the NARS color corrector. The red counteracts the blue. Dior concealer. Like the best advice that I've been given after working with so many incredible people.
Before she gets into the advice and we get distracted by
Yes,
it,
I have things to say.
let's hear it.
Well, okay, so great. She's got the color corrector, and I was really hoping she was going to pull one out. However, I just wish she would have pulled it out. And instead of putting all that Armani foundation under her eye, which in that area, it's just not necessary because it's a glowy foundation. So you're going to have to go in with a little bit more extra powder to lock it down and to set it down. Otherwise, it's just going to crease. It's meant to be be glowy and luminous and like have more like that moisturizing feeling. So like under the eye, we have so much movement and expression, and like also like, you know, we have fine lines and things like that.
Even at 19.
It's gonna crease. So instead she should have just ignored the under eye completely as far as the Armani foundation, just put it everywhere else and then gone in with that color corrector, laid it down properly. And then she could go in with like a very thin layer of the Armani just to kind of smooth out any edges and then go in with the concealer. So instead she's putting that color corrector on top of a foundation color, and that's just not gonna work well. You're gonna end up with a little bit of like a muddy effect because you're kind of melting those two colors together, and that's not what you wanna do with color corrector. You want them to be standalone on their own and layered.
Got it.
Not mixed together.
Like you're essentially just creating like a new foundation shade.
Yeah, and she actually ended up looking a little bit gray under her eye because those two worlds were mixing together, and they're not really supposed to. Okay. But she's got great products. She just needs to like switch out the order.
And I'm impressed. She obviously knows a lot about makeup.
She does. Yeah, totally.
I do feel like her contour now is like pretty gone.
It's pretty gone, but maybe she's gonna go back in. Who knows? Maybe she did like one layer and she's gonna go back in and build it up more. Yeah. So I guess we'll see.
Specifically with Carrie, Reese, and Viola, all three of them kind of like essentially taught me the same thing, was just like being your character's keeper, your character's advocate, and then also just the importance of speaking up and being your own biggest advocate on set. NARS setting powder. I try not to use a lot because I don't want to look too matte. Anastasia contour kit.
Oh, more contour coming. But powder. She just powdered her under eye area.
And if, I can't tell what color she used.
It looked translucent. That looked like the
And I wish she didn't use the translucent one because that can cast a gray tone under your eyes if you're not careful with how you're applying it. If she had put it on, like kind of dusted it on with a small blending brush and just kind of lightly dusted over the under eye, it would have been okay, but she would really benefit from a different tone in the NARS powders. They have some beautiful golden shades that would be so much better under her eyes.
This makeup artist that I worked with like a year ago, she taught me this trick on making sure that your nose contour looks natural, because I've always just, you know, been blending it out with the brush, like how I apply it. I go in with my fingers.
What do you think? She went in with the Anastasia, it was a powder bronzer afterwards.
Yeah, and that's fine. She's definitely got the right idea. You know, personally, I'm not a fan of that palette. I don't like the undertones in it, to be quite honest. I don't think it's like universally flattering. It's not the palette that I would choose for her ever, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose a palette. She just needs to find either like a deeper bronzer just to set that cream contour into place. That's all she needs. I could see her using maybe one color from that palette total that would work for her skin tone, and then the rest are just gonna be the wrong undertones. So I wish she would switch it out.
Yeah.
There's so many better ones too.
Do you have a suggestion?
Yeah, she should stick with Fenty. I mean, she did the Fenty Matchstick. Fenty has a huge broad range of powder bronzers that are phenomenal. I have a bunch in my kit. They're just the best, and they're gonna be the best undertones too. They're gonna be like foolproof. They're not gonna look gray, they're not gonna look ashy. So swap out that Anastasia old contour kit from 2014 and just get a powder bronzer from Fenty and just lock it in.
I love blush. I'm a blush girl. Mascara.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Did a great job with her blush. I feel like when you're young, like just highlighting the apples is the best thing.
Totally. I mean, when you're young, you wear blush anywhere you want. That's the beauty of it. You can slap that on anywhere and it's gonna look beautiful. Yeah.
I usually am a lash extensions girl, but I'm giving my lashes a bit of a break right now.
Smart.
Just so that they can get healthy and full again.
Don't we all go through a young lash extension era?
I went through a young lash strip era.
Same.
Where I used to rip it off at night and rip my lashes out. I know, I can't believe I did that. Actually, it makes me cringe. But that mascara is bomb.
Is it?
It's so
which mascara
good.
is that?
I think it's a Maybelline. I used to use it forever ago. Like, it's been around for a long, long time. Like at least 10 years.
Huh.
But it's so good.
That's good to know.
Time to go in and do the lips. Makeup by Mario liner.
Is it milk chocolate? I bet you it's milk chocolate.
Dior lip oil.
That was a pretty lip liner. You love it.
Honestly, I'm not kidding you. I think I have that lip liner on right now. I have on Makeup by Mario milk chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Everyone on my Instagram laughs because I wear it constantly. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Do I need to have this? Is it not the shade for me?
I don't know if you get enough use out
I'm
of
just
it.
having FOMO now.
Yeah, it's just one of my favorites. It's so stunning. It looks just like it. So
good to know.
She's got good taste.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody like uses these. They're just so great. I'm going in with the color Mahogany.
Ooh.
I use this as an everyday gloss. Going out, I have at least like 3 different shades. All right, I am ready for my girls' night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys got some tips and tricks. Bye, y'all.
She's beautiful.
So pretty.
She did a great job. I love mahogany on her. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd ever want to go out and buy another Dior lip oil because I wasn't huge on the first one I got. I think I got like cherry or
I feel like
don't know.
redid them. 'Cause they were all
maybe, but
gone for a second.
mahogany is stunning.
Yeah.
She did a great job. She still looks fresh. She still looks youthful, but she definitely has that like I'm going out vibe to her eyes.
Well, she kind of like, even with her
She brought it
eyeshadow, she
up.
brought it up and she like really cleaned it up and made it
I
sharp.
mean, she could have maybe had a little wing too, to like further
Totally.
bring up that kind of finish the whole look. But even without, it looks stunning.
So pretty.
She looks beautiful. And I love actually that she didn't fully fill in her brows. She just brushed them up because she has such full brows. It just, it's perfect.
Skincare wise,
Yeah.
conceptually understands, I think just needs to get the order in the right place and then she'd be good. All her products were great.
Yeah, her products are amazing.
So
just the order in which she applied, just like with the skincare, just could be a little tweaked and then she's going to be like so solid. Yeah. So solid.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. She's definitely on the right path. Well, that was great. I actually really enjoyed getting to know her a little bit
Me too. That was fun.
Lexi Underwood, you are on our radar.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. You can find NIKKI here on YouTube. She's got her own YouTube channel. She's also on TikTok and Instagram.
I am.
Makeup by
NIKKI
LaRose.
on all of it.
All of it. On YouTube also.
Yeah, easy.
Very, very easy. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. I was going to say Twitter. I am not on Twitter anymore. I've got a Twitter account. I just never check it. I actually erased the app because I am just so over Twitter.
Good for you.
I am on TikTok and on Instagram at Susan Yara.
Amazing.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.